This is Mark 26 Media. In today's class, we're going to be doing Illustrator. This is Illustrator class. I guess it's the class number 6. This is getting started with Illustrator. Let me get bigger so you can see. This is how Illustrator looks when you open for the first time. You can click here to create new file. You can go to File, Create New. You can say Control New, Control N. You can create new here any way you want. It's the same thing. So I'm just gonna click here. For those that are coming here for the first time, this is 26medias.com. We are going to a series of videos about graphic design or becoming a graphic designer, where we're into classes like Design, Illustrator, and Photoshop, which are the 3 main softwares for graphic designer for those that do Adobe platform. So in today's video, I'm gonna go through the tools and show you what Illustrator can do in some of the tools. So I'm just gonna go and get an A5 or A3 file. Make sure you use millimeters, which is the one I'm normally used to. The title is gonna be Getting Started. So I'm just gonna use an A3 for this one, and I'm gonna use landscape. And just one artboard, no bleed, everything the way it is, and then we can say create. Very good. This is how Illustrator looks when you open for the first time. This guy is called artboard, which is my paper. It's blank. There's nothing here. You can scroll up and down. You can zoom in and out by holding Alt and scrolling up and down using your mouse. So this is Illustrator for you. So, and I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna start by showing you what this is: a selection tool, some of the tools that are here, and a few functions that you can find here. So I'm gonna show you a lot of funny and good and incredible different tips and finding things in fashion that you can go through. So starting with showing you what selection tool is, because there's nothing on my screen, you won't be able to select anything. So I'm just gonna drop a few things in here, and then you can start selecting. The first thing we're gonna do is to go to rectangle tool, which is shape tool. If you right click on it, you're gonna have some functions here, or some tools or shapes that you can use on your artboard. So let me start dragging some of them. I'm gonna put one here. The color is white. Let me change the color to pink. I'm gonna create another one here. I'm gonna create a polygon as well here. I'm gonna create a star. Just give them different colors. Like this. Okay, this is good. So this is my artboard, and this is what Illustrator does. This is selection tool. When I select, or when I use selection tool, I can click in any object I have on my artboard. I can rotate them. I can make them bigger or smaller. I can move them around, up and down. So this is all selection tool does. It's one of the most important tool. After doing any single thing, I always go back to the selection tool. The next tool I'm gonna show you is the type tool, which is used for typing. When you select type tool, you create your text box, and Illustrator automatically place or put or adds a placeholder sometimes. I guess it's gonna place, it's maybe loading, well, majority of the time it places it puts as a placeholder. Don't get scared when you find this text, it doesn't mean anything. You can actually highlight all of it by holding Ctrl A to highlight. When you highlight, or you can delete, or you can just write what you want. Let me just say text. You won't be able to see because it's very small, but you can always highlight and increase the font size. So the control looks like this. This is the control in Illustrator. There is no rulers here, but if you say Ctrl R from your keyboard, you're going to see the rulers, but make sure you are under selection tool, Ctrl R, and then the rulers are now here. I like working with the ruler so I can see how far I am and the dimensions of some of the things I'm adding to my screen or to my artboard. Good. And our selection tool, before I go too far, maybe I can take a quick time to introduce you what it is. I mean, not it is, the interface. This is my artboard, or my paper, or my, yeah, we normally call artboard, which is here. If you don't have this, you can find by going to Windows, and artboard is workspace, artboard. Where is my artboard? Artboard is here. This is my artboard, and those are my layers, which is here, and then the links are there, the library and all that. And the other thing that you want to know is this one. This is our tool, the toolbar. All the tools are here, and this one is the panel, and this one on top here is the control, and this is the menu. So this is a basic tour about Illustrator. So let's get moved. The next tool I'm gonna show you, okay, the type tool. So it's used for typing. Anything related to text is done using type tool. And then we have the pen tool. What the pen tool does, it allows you to create a shape the way you want, like this, and then I can close here, or I can create straight shapes. Anything you want to create, you can do it with the pen tool. And then I have the eyedropper, which copy any kind of color from anywhere. If I use the eyedropper, right now it selected the pink, so if I click on the color, it copies to the other one. I can also copy from here, or from here, from here, or from here, or from here, from exactly anywhere. And the next tool I'm going to show you is this guy here, which is shape builder. You understand, if I put two shapes together and then I highlight them, and then I go to shape builder and I just do this, I can join them like this, or I can delete one like this. And then after doing that, I can split them like this. So I took it away from this one, which is the same as Pathfinder here, but Pathfinder works a little bit different. You can try all of them on your own. I'm just gonna quickly show you how Pathfinder works. If I draw this star here and I bring here somewhere like this, I can highlight all of them and go to Pathfinder. I can cut away like this. Number 1. Number 2, I can join them. Number 3, I can slice them like this. After doing that, all of them is sliced the way I want, and then I can click on it and group it. After ungrouping, I can take any each shape at a time. I can take this one, I can take this one, and I can take this one. Those are a few things that Illustrator can do. The next thing that I'm going to show you is maybe how you can come up with any kind of design. I can do something very quickly so you can understand the incredible things Illustrator can do. Let me do something very quickly like this. I create using a rectangle tool. I can, ellipse tool. I create a circle like this, and I hold Alt from my keyboard, and I duplicate them like to this side, and I make it a little bit darker. And this guy, I can bring it somewhere here, and I can bring it to the front, and I can duplicate again the other one here, and this guy, I can send it to the back, and after sending to the back, I can change the color to darker, and I can make again another bigger one behind like this, and this one I'm gonna make it blue. Maybe this one, that is good. I can send it to the back, and I can make another one here. This guy, I'm gonna make it orange like this, and I'm gonna make another one. It's going to be this guy, which I'm going to make it brown, and then this last one, which I'm gonna make it round, and this guy I'm gonna make it green. Which kind of green should I use this time? Maybe this. I guess you can see what it's becoming, right? And then I'm gonna group this guy, select both of them, right click and group. This is a group, this I won't group, and maybe I can make this guy here, which is gonna be white, duplicate, and duplicate, make it small, and then you can also group this guy, group them, and I can duplicate them the other side as well. And I guess you can see what it's becoming. And the next one, it can be again another duplication, like this, and I can maybe remove this guy. To go in anything you duplicate, just double click, and then you can maybe delete this one that is down there, and I can duplicate the tree as well, I can take one that I bring in front here, somewhere here, and I make it bigger, and I duplicate again another one here, which I'm gonna send to the back. Come, which I'm gonna make it smaller and darker. Perfect. And I can as well do this. I use my pen tool now. I make sure my stroke is black. I make sure there is no fill, and I can do this. Okay, I guess it's a little bit too small. Let me zoom in a bit. I can increase this guy like this, and then I can do this just to duplicate it a little bit, like that, like that, like that, like this, just in random places. It doesn't need to be anything specific. Them. And what else should I do? What else can I do? Yeah, I think that is all. So I can zoom in, and then you'll be able to see what it means. It's a portrait, and this is my sun. Those are the clouds, those are the birds, these are the trees. This tree is very close, as you can see, it's very clear and close. And I made this one lighter so that it looks like it's closer to us. This one, it looks like it's somewhere a little bit far, and this looks like it's very far because it's very dark. And this is more or less what I'm trying to do. Maybe the other gray or the other, you can make it maybe a little bit gray like this so that they don't look too similar. And if you want to make it evening, you can select it, and you can make it evening by changing to dark. Oh, it's getting night. It's in the night. So in the night we don't really have clouds, and when we do, they are mostly dark because the sun is not so strong. And we have some stars. I guess we already have some stars here. Where is my shape? Stars. I can maybe put a few stars in the night, and the stars are very white, so I can zoom in and duplicate the stars around here. In the night, the stars are normally too many. This is when you want to make it night, and in the night we don't have sun. By this time we have moon, so I'm gonna do my moon like this. And everything else is going to be this is how the evening looks like if you have to compare. And you have your Illustrator design, and basically this is what Illustrator does. You can try it out. You can make it evening, you can make it day, or you can just duplicate your artboard. So there are two of them. One is day and the other one is night. They are too close to each other. Let me separate them a little bit by maybe 50. Maybe we can separate them a little bit more. Maybe by 50 is too small still. Maybe 150. This is better. And zoom out. Okay, we still have to separate them a little bit more. Let me just say 500. Good. This guy belongs here. Belongs there. And this guy belongs here. So now I can remove this guy, and I can remove the stars. I can make it day. Day is normally blue like sky, and this time I have very light, and I also have a sun by this time. Which is yellow. This is very good. It's perfect now. So now we have our day, we have our sun, we have our night, we have our stars, we have our cloud, we have our moon, we have our trees. And it sounds very nice, very good, and very fair. I guess I have to move this guy here, this guy here, and all of it here. Okay, so this was today's class. You can now export them, save them. To save is so I can save them. Getting started with Illustrator. So as the name says, Illustrator is mostly illustrations, drawings, and I like the software because the pixels are very good. I mean, it doesn't really use pixels, but the vectors are good and the quality is very high. So this is Illustrator for you, and I hope you enjoy it very much. And see you next time. I hope you enjoyed. Let me close this guy. That was our first project in Illustrator, and this is Mark and 26 Media. Visit us, like and follow us. Thank you so much, and I see you next time.